Hey everyone, Dr. Obama Bowen here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And today, actually, as we continue this here, 2021, the year of the one thing. So I'm here, I was taking my early evening walk today because I can't run, injured my leg earlier a couple weeks ago, so it's been hurting. I'm taking it a little easier. So don't want to be out walking anyway when it's cold. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much. Welcome. So, the year of the one thing. That's what this year is. Hey, Debbie. How are you, girl? Now you're on live today. Good to see you. The year of the one thing. And my one thing this year is growth. What is your one thing? Drop your one thing in the comment. And if you hadn't been able to figure out what your one thing is yet, it's quite okay, because I have a surprise for you guys today before I even jump into the training. And the training today is staying in your lane. Staying in your lane. Thank you. So, as you can see, the Rottweiler passing, he was trying to come over in my lane and his owner was holding him back. He wants to jump in my lane and probably get a chunk of steak off my booty, but no, it's not going to happen. Stay in your lane. That's it today. So what's your one thing? Type your one thing in. If you don't know what your one thing is, it's quite all right, because here's what I'm going to do for you. This Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to do a webinar and break down how you can actually find your one thing, discover it, and how this one technique that I've used for years has been able to help me master, that's the word, master, that one thing. So if you'd like to join that webinar, obviously it's going to be completely free for you guys. Just type webinar in the comments below and I'll teach you that. So now let's jump into today's topic. Today's topic is staying in your lane. And it's important at times. I'm going to start off first with one of the misnomers, especially that entrepreneurs have. And I'll say this because I myself fell into the same trap. Debbie says you don't know, but Debbie will help you find out one thing, girl. So, yes, you finally caught me live, and I got you live too. So, love you, appreciate you. There is this saying we hear all the time. The average millionaire, a person that's earning a multiple seven figures or have multiple businesses, but what no one really shares and tells you is, even though that is true, that is a fact, that the average millionaire has several streams of income, but they all didn't just start 7 things all at once. They didn't try going down the road trying to drive every freeway. They started off on one freeway and they got home. And then they left home and went back out using a different route, using another freeway, a few other roads. All that means is simply this: stay in your lane. For us, for years, I was frustrated working, trying to get to a multiple 6 figures, trying to get 7 figures. And you know what happened when I got to the first 6 figures? Then we went to multiple 7 figures. Is in one lane. So one business started out in network marketing, created a multiple 6-figure income. Then, once that was set and that was on point, guess what we did? We launched our first coaching and consulting company, and then we launched our relationship company, and that was the company we made the first 7 figures in. In fact, we earned the 7 figures in a weekend in that lane. But at times, it's not only just a lane in business. Most of us are studying whatever it is. If you're, and I'm speaking specifically now to the entrepreneurs, especially some of the coaches, the experts, authors, speakers, trainers out there. And you'll hear that this person done whatever it is that they did to become successful. And it's like, wow, that worked for them. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Stay in your lane, stay focused, learn in your lane. Learn exactly what those who did what you're trying to do in your lane has done, not necessarily to follow exactly what they did. You can model a few things, but staying in your lane means what are the lessons you can learn from what they did. You know, when I study those who are more successful than I am in any category, I look for three things. If you're taking notes, write these down. Number one, I look for what most people don't look for, and that's where have they failed? Because that's not really failure. What I'm looking for is how did they recover from those failures? Number two, I'm looking for if they have a process or a system, how did they systematize and what's the process they use? Because I'm constantly looking to ask the one simple question all the time. What is the one thing that I could do that is going to make whatever it is I'm doing seem easy or unnecessary? And you keep chopping down. The last thing I do is I look for how fast that most people say, like, they went from nothing to something, and then I pay attention to the backstory. So where did this person come from? What did they learn? It's not how long it took them to get the income, it's how long have they been on the journey? How long were they in that same lane from beginning to the end? And in growth, since the theme this year is growth, how often did they get out of their comfort zone? When you get to another level, there's always another level. When you get to the mountaintop, there's always another plateau. There's always another peak. Very seldom do you just get to the top, because there's always another top. And the lesson, again, is to stay in your lane. Now, how do you stay in your lane? It's very simple. When you set your goal upon whatever it is, you have to remain consistent. You have to remain persistent. The times are going to come. The shiny things are going to come to throw you off and check you out. But you always have to remember this last piece, and I'll close on this. Successful people always, what's the word? Always finish what they start. But let me preface with this, because sometimes when we say stuff like that, we never really share, I think, the important pieces to the lessons. So that's the lesson. Successful people always finish what they start. So for example, I've seen individuals start different businesses, and it says, I'm going to earn XY amount of income doing this. Now at the time they're excited and all the stuff is happening for them with that business, and they think it's going to happen, and maybe that business kind of went under, or that company went under, or it's starting to go crazy, and they may have left that company or that business or closed that business down. But the pursuit is the lane. I mean, it's written on the American money, the pursuit of happiness. So if you're pursuing happiness, happiness is not an act, not a destination, it's only a choice. So remember this, to stay in your lane, you have to choose every single day. Staying in your lane is a choice. Are you staying in your lane? Are you choosing growth? 2021, the year of the one thing. My one thing is growth. What is your one thing? Type it in the comments. And if you don't know what your one thing is, join me this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll teach you how to find your one thing. Take care, God bless, and have a phenomenal day. Bye for now, y'all.